500 likes for these top 5 scary ghost videos. When someone tells you, you don't belong here, you don't belong in this area, man, what will be your reaction in that moment? Sadness, anger, sorrow. In my case, I would just tell that person the same thing, and then I could send him in a coffin. Who do you think you are to tell me such a thing? Even if I work for you in your big company and I had to sign a contract to sell my dignity, my soul, and my life in order to get the job there, I can't allow you to say some nonsense. But what if I tell you that the one who is telling you that you don't belong there is not a human but rather a scary creature, more like a ghost, and he will be coming after you if you refuse to leave? You're in the middle of a cemetery, helpless, and have a long way to reach your car, while the person who is chasing you can literally just teleport from one place to another to freak the soul out of your body. It's a frightening scenario to imagine, almost like a real-life nightmare. And that's why, my friend, it's just a nightmare. Did you really believe that some ghost would chase you like that? Then how does that relate to the next video? Well, as Franco was doing his regular Sunday paranormal investigation in an old lady cemetery, he caught some paranormal activity on camera. The gate of one of the mausoleums moved on its own. That's pretty scary, but not enough yet. And that's when Far caught a human-like creature walking from a distance. They seemed to be just normal people, but on camera, they had a ghostly appearance. But at the end, in the forest near the cemetery, he heard a scream out of nowhere, followed up by someone who didn't want his presence in the area.
How many people are here with me? Crying, and I just got a noise coming from right up here. I just heard another noise. That's what I heard. Just like that. I'm outside and I see that little blinking light. You see it? That right there. That's a light. A cell phone light. And that's the only reason why I saw this person. And it looks like they are going in to the other side of the graveyard right up there. Now, I don't know if that person came with the car that was just here, or they walked from back there to the crime scene area all the way up here. If you're wondering what I mean about the crime scene area, someone died back there in those forests. Look at the size of this guy. That's a crab's. What the hell was that? What the hell is that? Oh. That sounds like a scream coming from inside here. Definitely sounds further back here. That sound again. Oh. That was a loud noise. are you going? I'm gonna be careful for what I'm about to do. I want to see if I could see where people are walking towards. I'm as blind as a bat out here, so I can't see anything. Pretty much. I just got a sound over here. Hello? Get out of here. Sorry, just exploring. Don't belong here. All right. Sorry to bother you. What's she doing? I'm out, I'm out. It's coming out. I don't know what he wants, but I don't want to get into a gunfight.
I understand that thing didn't want Franco to stay around that part of the forest, so he left. Then why are you chasing him only to say that he doesn't belong there? Someone must have broken that guy's heart. This is one of the clips that I found on someone's channel and started thinking to myself, what did I eat yesterday that made me so happy? Also, what kind of creep is this guy? And in my second question, I wasn't talking about my neighbor or his son, I meant the person in the video. Why? What did he do? He did something very freaky, yet very disgusting. Did he eat some worms and then throw it up later? Are you still watching kids' cartoon shows? No, he didn't throw up. Instead, he was chasing a lady as he was lurking on her in the dark. His intentions are unknown, but it seems he has a crush on that lady. Instead of confessing his love to her and then getting rejected and humiliated, at least he comes out as the hero who did the unthinkable and came up like a man. At least this is how the new generation will talk about him on social media. He took the dark road though. As I just said, he wore some dark clothes, had a creepy mask on, and even invaded the house at some point. He changed the pitch of his voice in production and then placed a trap in the front door of the lady's house to drag her outside so he could execute his mission. What a scary plan.
I found this one in the grocery store. She spent a considerable amount of time picking up the finest of items. I admire someone who only wants to pick of the bunch. So I followed her home. It is a miraculous thing to be able to watch the person you love undetected. Playing the game is the real excitement. a wonderful gift may not be wrapped as you expect.
Yes, the cops just left. He planted some kind of fucking stuffed animal from my garage, I think.
Somebody once said, you don't always get to choose who you fall in love with, but I do.
I'm not sure if this video is actually real or not, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if it turned out to be real. The lady seems profoundly scared at the ending, but who knows? Mark has manned up and decided to go on a solo trip to some abandoned haunted place to make an investigation and venture into the darkness all by himself to prove to his love that he can be relied on at any given time. Were these really his intentions? Absolutely not. It's not known why he was there, but it could make sense. I mean, I know some people who would, or at least would have done, some stupid stuff in order to grab someone's attention. Regardless, what happened to Mark? I heard he launched a new pointless social media platform lately. Oh, you mean our Mark? Then yeah, Mark was whistling at the beginning, just chilling in the area, but he didn't know what was coming, which would make him chill for real. Will he be in a good mood then? Nah man, I mean that his body will feel the chills of horrifying paranormal activities. The door slammed shut. He was scared and lonely, racing against his will. How beautifully described. I know. Then Mark opened the door, only to be even more terrified by the appearance of his secret friend, who positioned himself perfectly. Just as planned. Sorry, I meant that Mark found the appearance of a humanoid creature, but it turned out that thing was a jinn, as it disappeared when Mark tried to see what it was. But that wasn't the last time Mark would encounter the appearance of a scary creature.
Nge-lag teman-teman, emang lag ya. Astagfirullahaladzim ya Allah. Mukanya hitam banget, bangsat. Anjing. Anjing! Tadi gue lihat di sini, mukanya hitam banget. Pintu ini gerak. Anjing! Anjing! Tim, gue butuh air, tim, sumpah tim! Tim, gue butuh air, tim! Tim, gue butuh air, tim! Dengar gak guys? Suaranya dari arah sini. Makin dekat. Kamar isolasi. Astagfirullahaladzim. 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 Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim! Hah? Hah? Dah. Hah?
Let's all get on the same boat. Hurry, before it sinks. We should sink together. In all seriousness, that last apparition of a so-called jinn made me a little suspicious about the credibility of this guy. I tried to understand the story behind the haunted house in the next video, but unfortunately, I couldn't come to a conclusion due to the fact that the translation on the video was so quirky. But here is what to expect. It's most likely the house of a regular family who used to live a normal life in the house until they found out that it was haunted due to some old witchcraft from the past, and they had to move out, just like in most of the other Russian haunted houses. But maybe I always had this question, how come that whenever the investigator in these Russian videos is talking to the camera at the beginning, no paranormal activity ever takes place, but once they get into it, the jinn starts their shift. But this video will change this perception, believe me. As he was explaining the story and I was trying to find some translation, some ghost thought it was the perfect time to change the world. How so? By performing an activity from behind the camera, they finally broke the rule I just talked about. It also seems as if some appearance took place and was reflecting on the mirror, but I couldn't point it out, other than the flying bowl, the tables and chairs which were moving, plus the curtain swinging. Where does the title of this video come from? Why did you title it this way? Because I was advised to do so by my grandpa. During the investigation, he took a nap and barely woke up after he heard the noise of the paranormal activity, as we should call it.
Была еще одна странность. Ее муж... Это еще сейчас за звук был. Уже с первых минут, как я зашел сюда, 3 свечи и обязательно напротив зеркала. Никого сзади меня не видно. Никого сзади меня не видно. Я вынужден буду тебя изгнать отсюда, чтобы ты освободился. Слышишь? Я вынужден буду тебя изгнать отсюда, чтобы ты освободился. Слышишь? Зачем ты это делаешь? Зачем ты это делаешь? Черт возьми. Твою мать.
Why do these Russian investigators always take naps whenever they find a bed in these abandoned houses? But they don't always do it in all situations. Plus, why are you saying these Russians have some respect, dude? The second video on the list was listed as one of the lost and found videos on the list of videos the uploader has made. It feels as if it took me 30 years to finish that one sentence, but the next video is 100% proven to be a lost footage, and it's very well known and popular in this industry. Is it actually? Yeah. Why are you questioning me as if I ever lied to you like this? I never even twist the story. I always get straight into it. And a lie to you from me. Now, the Croatian lost footage. What is it? Who found it? Who was involved in making it? Where do they live? And how many kids do they have now? How about I also tell you my address in detail? As if I were with them and made it out alive that day, only to tell the story along with the way I was able to be the last one out. All the information that was gathered about the video can be considered too short to even be mentioned. So are you going to say something about the freaking video or not? Yes, of course. 2 teenagers from Croatia were chilling at night outdoors. They had a camera, so they went on making a video. That was back in 2005, and it was found on either the 4th of October that year or the 10th of April of that same year, depending on the country of which the uploader of the footage is from. Nonetheless, these 2 caught a creep lingering around them. He was very awkward, as if he was trying to chase them or something. But it also seems as if there were multiple of them. At the end, as they were trying to get to the elevator, in the obvious Hollywood horror movie ending, the creep came out of the elevator and the video ended with the camera crashing.
Čekam te 5 minuta.
Gle kaj imam.
Daj, nema me snima, nema me snima.
Gle kaj imam.
Nema me snima.
Rekao sam ti da sam kupio novu kameru, nisam vjerovao.
Dobro, koja je?
Ide pogledaj kako izumira. Prebalo sam.
Cool.
Cool.
Čekaj, jel snimaš sad ili?
Da.
Daj, nema me snima, please, se bože. Nema me snima.
Da, mu nešto radit, ne znam, snimit nekaj.
Ajdemo do Mate.
Možda.
Nema me snima, ti što...
Dobro, dobro. Evo.
5 likova u kafiću.
Pa da.
Mi nismo... Gledam liku. Gle lik piše tamo, gdje ga snima. Ne, jel piše, kaj radi? Sam stoji.
Ajmo dalje mi.
Kaj radi samo?
Pa nemam pojma.
Dobro, nema veze, aj, neće idemo mi, kaj? Nema me snima.
Cijelo vrijeme mi je bilo onako ono, blurano onako, kad sam dolazio, nemam pojma kaj. Kaj je to?
Fuck. Gledaj.
Bravo.
Gledaj lika. Au, Isuse Bože.
Ček, to je li to ono opet?
To je ono lik koje piše. Kaj je? Kaj je?
Dobro, daj.
Kaj lik? Kaj je vrag?
Nemam pojma, daj ga šutni, ja ne znaš. Daj ga šutni.
Neću se. Mislim da je pijan ili nešto.
Okej, mislim da idemo... Ajmo mi odavde, ajmo.
Fuck, Isuse Bože, ti mu vidio facu, snima ga, snima ga.
Pa naravno da sam vidio facu, vidiš.
Nisam skužio, čekaj, kaj je bilo s... Debili Isuse Bože, ajmo ga snimiti.
Zato, naš šanse da idem snimiti tog lika, vidiš da nas je napalo, kaj je tebi ono?
Ne, daj čovječ, onak možemo ga staviti na YouTube, to je samo stari deda pijani.
Ja idem, naš
šanse. Čudno facom, onak, daj ajmo ga snimiti Isuse Bože, Isuse.
Ček se.
Da to on, Isuse Bože. Kak je došao tu? Isuse Bože, daj, kaj je, jel to on, Isuse Bože? Snimaj ga, sad ga snimaj, sad nemoj pobjeć. Kaj radi se, bože? Kaj radi?
Ne znam. Ej, jel si ti u redu, onak?
Oprostite, jel vam treba pomoć? Koji vrag, onak?
Idemo do Mati, ne, naš
Da sam
nas.
pijan. Ok, znači, Matija, studeni... Aha,
Cool.
otvoreno. Kak je pusto.
Creepy. Koji kat?
Peti kat.
It's not proven whether this footage was real or not. At the time it was made, YouTube just came out, Facebook wasn't that big of a deal yet, and the rest of the social media platforms weren't born yet. So you can say that if the video was staged, the intentions weren't specifically to chase some crowd but could rather be for other purposes, like subscribing and watching the next video on screen.